Hey everyone, it's Jen with Timeline Tarot. We're going to take a look at your current situation as of July 10th, 2025. I will begin with Aries, work my way around the zodiac wheel here, ending at Pisces. Timestamps, as always, will be in the description box. I've set the intention of this reading to be for Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus, so you're welcome to check out any of those placements. If you're not sure what your placements are, also in the description box is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. Take a look at that site and then just come back here and click on the timestamp for the respective placement or placements that you wish to view. Keep in mind, my love, this is a collective general reading. It is not individualized nor personalized to you, and therefore messages may come through today that do not fully resonate. And if that happens, please don't get upset. It just means that one message is meant for someone else of your sign or your sign's placement. So just take what fits, how it fits, and leave what doesn't. And of course, if you would like a one-on-one live Zoom tarot reading with yours truly, please visit my website, thetimelinetarot.com, for more information. Keep in mind the dates and times on that website for my availability are for the Eastern time zone of the United States. There's a handy little time zone calculator there on the website that you can use to determine the date and time for your particular area of the world. With all of that said, let's begin. Hello, Aries. Let's see what your current situation is for July 10th, 2025. What does Aries need to know for July 10th, 2025? We're going to get one more shuffle here for you, Aries, please. And thank you. Your first card out is appreciation. Your second card is control. And at the bottom of the deck, we have affair. Okay, tell me more about this here for Aries. Appreciation, control, and affair. Curious to know what's right behind that affair card. Enthusiasm. Okay. So there is I kind of feel like you're stuck between two different situations, environments, or connections, or maybe even life paths. One seems to be a bit controlling. The other one seems to be a bit more exciting, and you're enthusiastic for it. So let me see what this is all about. Tell me more about this here for Aries. Appreciation, control, and what does that have to do with enthusiasm in respect to an affair? One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. We have the Two of Swords, we have the King of Pentacles, and we have the Ace of Swords. Bottom of the deck, we have the Fool. So yeah, I feel like you have a new beginning here. It's waiting for you, right? It does require you, though, right behind that is strength. It does require you to have the strength and courage and perseverance. Look at that, Nine of Pentacles, to become free and independent of another, situation, environment, connection, life path, etc., that you've been a bit stuck with. And I see here that we're starting off this reading for you in the Two of Swords. So I feel like this is a decision that you have not yet made as of today, but in the near future, there is clarity here coming for you with the Ace of Swords. So tell me why the Two of Swords is here for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Two of Swords is clarified by the Ten of Swords, the Emperor. I love when you show up in your energy, and the Magician. Why is the King of Pentacles here? And if you've seen my readings before, I've been saying this for like the last month or so. This King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, continually shows up for Aries. And I feel like it doesn't have to be an earth sign. It's just kind of identifying itself as like maybe what you're stuck in, or what has grown stagnant, or what you are considering leaving behind. Tell me more about this here for Aries. One more shuffle, please, and thank you. It's almost like every reading or every other reading for Aries, this energy is popping up. We have the Nine of Swords, we have the Four of Wands, and we have the Ten of Wands. And what is this clarity here that Aries will be receiving? It's interestingly enough, on the on this card in the Ace of Swords, this individual is holding the key. So I feel like you get this aha epiphany moment to unlock the door here to your new beginning. I feel like that's what maybe you're not seeing. One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. The Ace of Swords is clarified by the Ace of Pentacles. Just can't make it up. We have the Queen of Swords, and we've got the Lovers. So you will be gaining clarity in respect to this decision. So I see here currently, or in the recent past, you've been manifesting an ending. I don't know if you know this or not, but Ten of Swords to the Emperor, to the Magician, to that Two of Swords. You're hoping and praying, and you've been manifesting for, one, clarity, so you can get out of this Two of Swords kind of indecision mode. And two, you've been hoping and praying for an ending. So I don't know what this is. You're hoping and praying that the job fires you, so then you have a reason to move forward. You're hoping and praying that the partner leaves you, so then you have a reason to move forward. And that won't apply for all of you. But the feeling here is like for many of you, that's what you've been doing. Hoping and praying that you can finally make a decision because you're tired of feeling stuck. And some of you even hoping and praying that one of these choices, because I feel like you've got two, kind of falls away and makes the decision for you. And then we have this King of Pentacles energy. I feel like this is what you're stuck in. We have the Nine of Swords, the Four of Wands, and the Ten of Wands. This offers some type of structure and stability for you. I'm going to call this home base. This has become your comfort zone. However, it's become very burdensome for you in that Ten of Wands energy. But with the Nine of Swords energy there, it tells me that you're trapped, mentally speaking, about how to move on from it or how to close it out. In your near future, you will gain clarity about this new beginning. The clarity is coming from you. It's not coming from anyone else. You will be holding the key, and the keyhole is actually up here in this individual's head. So it's the aha, epiphany moment, kind of like a tower moment, but more like a realization that you're having, like, oh my God, now I know the decision that I want to go in. And most of you will be going towards the new. Ace of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, all opening up the doorway with that aha epiphany moment of the key to move towards the new. The new for you is exciting. It's unknown territory. I feel like where you're currently at, you may not be feeling very appreciated with that Ten of Wands energy, and it could also be a bit controlling. And we know that Aries and Aries placements typically do not like to be controlled. Instead, they like to be in control. So I think you've been struggling with this for a hot minute. For some of you, a couple of weeks. I'm going to be honest, for some of you, maybe even a couple of years, maybe the last 1 or 2 years. Just feeling stuck and stagnant in a situation you've been trying to find your way out of. Some of you, I'm going to be honest with you, you didn't know for a while if you wanted to depart from whatever this is. And if you even came to the realization that you wanted to, you didn't know how. So I kind of feel like you were going back and forth. Do I really want to do it? Okay, I do, but how? Okay, maybe I'm changing my mind again. I don't know if I want to leave this after all. I feel like you've definitively have made the decision here to yourself internally. You're leaving this. Now it just seems to be a matter of time of how. And I feel like that clarity is coming to you, and it'll help you make the choice. Now, the choice that you're making, unfortunately, will not go unnoticed by the individual or party or energy here that you're departing from. In this Five of Swords energy, it looks like you might receive some pushback from whomever or whatever this is. But Two of Pentacles to the Moon, to the Death card, to the King of Swords tells me you're going to do it anyway. Regardless of what this person says or this energy says or whatever fight or resistance they give you, you are very balanced. You're going from Two of Swords to Two of Pentacles. I don't know what to do. I know what to do, and I know how I'm going to do it. So Moon to the Death card, to the King of Swords, you're seeing things so clearly, you will be putting an end to the doubts, fears, and insecurities that have kept you stuck and stagnant for so long. So beautiful energy here in the near future for you, Aries. So if you're feeling stuck, I don't feel like that'll be... that won't be a feeling that you'll be experiencing for much longer. So just hang in there, my friend. It looks like your days of being out of control are quickly coming to an end. That is what I have for you, Aries. That is your current situation as of July 10th, 2025. If you like these messages, if they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Taurus. I hope that you are doing well. Taurus, we're going to take a look at your current situation as of July 10th, 2025. Let me just reshuffle this deck for you, Taurus. Okay, what does Taurus need to know about their current situation? What does Taurus need to know about their current situation? Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. Your first card out, Taurus, we have is manipulation, followed by exaltation. Bottom of the deck, Taurus, we have rebellion, and that's followed by principle. So, oh God, and secrets, my Lord. All right, so Taurus, my love, I feel like you feel, right, remember this is your reading, not mine. Some of you could be feeling like you have been manipulated in a particular situation, environment, or connection. And I'm getting the feeling here like you haven't quite known what to do. But I feel like you're going to be exiting whatever this is. It looks like you will be exalted, really coming into your power here and rebelling against this manipulation. There could be some secrets here that are uncovered. And I feel like you're standing on principle. You're the Hierophant energy after all in Tarot. So there's this feeling of whatever's manipulating you or whoever it is, they're no longer aligned with you. You don't have the same shared vision or goals or anything like that. And maybe you never did. Maybe you didn't see it. I don't know your particular story or experience here, but I know that there are secrets here coming to the surface. And when they are revealed to you, you're going to realize that you were manipulated. And in that, I'm feeling anger here. In the anger of this manipulation being realized, you will rebel. You will stand on principle, and it looks like you will be rebelling. Tell me more about this here for Taurus. That's card number 8, Taurus. So I feel like this has been going on for a long time. Whatever manipulation has been occurring here. Tell me more about this here. One more shuffle here, please, Anne. Thank you. We have the King of Wands. We have the Hermit. And we've got the Ten of Swords. Bottom of the deck, we've got King of Pentacles. So, Taurus, I feel like this King of Wands energy is representing the situation, environment, or connection that has been manipulating you or keeping secrets from you or just maybe not showing up as authentic as you wanted them to. I feel like, I don't know why I'm getting this kind of message. It's almost like liar, liar, pants on fire. I don't know why I heard that. I know that's so like elementary, but and perhaps it's because there's like flames coming off of the drum here, but I just feel like maybe you're catching someone or you've caught someone in the past with this lie or deception. Looks like you've been sitting in hermit mode here for quite some time. This is like your current energy, not quite sure what to do, how to address it. And I feel that it's only a matter of time here with the Ten of Swords that you're closing this out. For some of you, you'll be closing this out within the next 10 weeks of this reading. Tell me more about the King of Wands here, please, and thank you. The 2 cards that fell out. I just said you were going to close this out. We've got Death and we've got the World card here. Yeah. I'm speaking to a Taurus here who's closing this out. 7 of Pentacles. You've been considering closing this out for a while, and the deception that this person has been engaged in has been occurring for quite some time. You're no stranger to it. Hermit is being clarified by the 3 of Swords. Queen of Pentacles, that's your energy, whether you're masculine or feminine. And then we've got the 6 of Cups energy. And why is the 10 of Swords here for Taurus? We've got 9 of Swords. Tell me more about this here for Taurus. One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. 9 of Swords, clarified by 9 of Cups, and Judgment. Bottom of the deck, 7 of Swords. Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. I don't know what's happening here. I don't know who this person is to you. They could be a friend, a family member, a lover, a neighbor, someone you volunteer with. This has been going on a long time. The deception here that this person has actively participated in to show up in one form, but then actually be someone else, or to make promises to you that they damn well knew that they wouldn't be able to keep. This person has been taking advantage of you for a long time. And truth be told, this situation, environment, or connection should have ended a long time ago. There's been a delay, and I don't know why that is. Maybe that person came in and overpromised, I'll change, I'll do better. We'll, give you a raise, we'll give you a promotion if this is work. For others of you, this could be a friend or family member saying, I'll do better, I'll be better. Or if it's a lover, this is someone just saying like, I'll stop that behavior, or let's go to therapy or counseling. But whatever this person has done to you, they're continuing to do it. 7 of Swords is here at the bottom of the deck. Oh God, 7 of Swords to the Fool card. This person is continually engaging in this manipulation. They're completely aware of it. This isn't like, oh, Taurus, I'm sorry, I didn't know I was doing that to you. No. This person knows that they are continuing this cycle of manipulation, of lies, of deception, and this should have closed out a long time ago. Death to the World card, to the 7 of Pentacles. You're currently in the Hermit energy. 3 of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, and 6 of Cups. You either have known this person for a very long time, or you see them as a soulmate or soul bond connection, or you have some really nice nostalgic memories of this individual. I feel like you are completely heartbroken, perpetually heartbroken over what this entity or energy has done to you. I think you hide it well in the Hermit energy. I don't think you tell many people about it. There are boats out here on the horizon. I think there are people who from afar maybe know, or they think they know what it is that you have gone through and what you're currently experiencing, but there's no direct communication between you and these individuals. So they could just be noticing changes in you. Maybe you appear to be unhappy. Yeah, there's definitely, and we've got 3 birds here. So I feel like for some of you, there might be chatter going on with like maybe within your community or family or friends or coworkers at work. Like if this is happening at work, there are people talking about, did you hear what's happening with Taurus, or did you notice Taurus is like this and that? So there are people acknowledging that they're seeing a difference in you, and so they know that you're hurting over something or you're distressed over something. But I think for most of you, you're not really directly communicating your pain to anyone. The same card here, the Hermit card, is also telling me, though, that you have learned a lot. You have grown a lot from this experience. And before you make a move, I feel like you've been sitting in this currently sitting in this state of contemplation. Do I confront this person? Can this be fixed or healed? Should I stay at this job? You know, if this is work related, do I find another job? But it looks like in the near future, you're going to decide to do what is best for you. The Judgment card talks about listening to your inner calling and making the right and just choice for you, right and just decision for you. And so that 9 of Swords to the 10 of Swords, although you're up in your head and you're considering all of the negative what ifs that come with closing this out, I do believe that you will be in pursuit of your happiness, far and away from whomever, whatever this is, within the next 9 to 10 weeks, Taurus. So looking for another job, or you know, finding another place to live, if it's like a housing issue, cutting out this individual from your life, whether it's a friend or family member or maybe even a lover. There's definitely a judgment call here that I see you making. You're going to stand on principle, Taurus, and it looks here like you're going to rebel against whomever, whatever this is. Like, I'm not putting up with this shit anymore, and I probably just got demonetized, and that's fine, because I'm feeling your anger and your rage over what has been like perpetually done here to you. So that 7 of Swords, yes, is that person's energy? It is. It's also yours, because 7 of Swords, oof, to the Fool card, to the Queen of Wands, you're not telling anyone what you're doing. You're really keeping a lid on it. So it appears here you are making a strategic plan to exit the situation, environment, or connection. And if you're not currently doing it, it looks like you will be doing it in the near future. I think you're going to regain your power, take your power back from this entity, this individual. Six of Pentacles card here just fell out of the deck. Yeah, this person has not been given equally to you. You've been giving far more to the situation, environment, or connection than it's ever given to you. And I do see you reclaiming your power, Taurus, over the next 9 to 10 weeks to address this situation, but even more so, literally put an end to it. That's what I have for you, my love. If you like that message and it resonated with you, or you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, Taurus, I'm wishing you good luck with that situation. And as always, I'm sending you light, love, and peace. Hello, Gemini Twin Gang. Let's see what your current situation is as of July 10th, 2025. Let's just shuffle this deck again for you. What does Gemini need to know about their current situation for July 10th, 2025? What does Gemini need to know? One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. First card out, we have inheritance and assertion. Bottom of the deck, Gemini, we have protection. Wow, and concentration. Gemini, I feel like you have at least one individual who has passed on, who has crossed over. I hardly ever get these types of messages. I feel like this individual, what you have inherited from this person, and they may have left you something in the 3D world, right, when they died. I don't know if they left you money or, you know, insurance or something like that. But what you really have inherited from this individual on the other side is protection. I hardly ever get messages like this. Tell me more about this here for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. And that concentration card is Gemini. So you have someone who's crossed over, Gemini, who their like entire responsibility right now in the other world is to be focused, concentrated on you, and to protect you. Tell me more about this here for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. This individual is helping you to like slay this dragon, to become more assertive and to slay this dragon. And I don't know what that dragon is for you. Person, place, thing, mindset, trauma. You have someone from the other side here, Gemini, who's working to help you defeat this dragon. Tell me more about this here for Gemini, inheritance, assertion, and what does this have to do with concentration and protection here for Gemini? One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. I just noticed on the protection card, this individual is holding a baby, and there's a child next to him. So this is someone that you are connected to in your childhood. First card out we have is 8 of Wands, Hangman, and the 6 of Cups. Yeah, you have someone here from your past. Look at that, Page of Wands, like keeping an eye on you since you were a page, since you were a child. Queen of Swords, this could be a feminine energy here who's been keeping an eye on you. Mother, grandmother, a teacher, you know. There's someone here very much in feminine energy, who's been keeping an eye on you, watching you fly, watching you soar, watching you make mistakes. Tell me more about this here for Gemini. Eight of Wands. Why is the Eight of Wands here? One more shuffle here. Thank you. Eight of Wands, clarified by Ten of Pentacles. Inheritance. Nine of Swords. Ace of Wands. Every time you thought you were alone in the past, you weren't. Every time you worried, this person was watching over you. You may not be rich when it comes to money, Gemini, but you are rich when it comes to spiritual protection. This person is continuously working on bringing you new beginnings and new ideas and helping you out of jams. And I'm not saying that you don't get the credit for how far you've come in your life, but you've had some very nice, divinely guided protection. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Hangman is clarified by Five of Cups, Ace of Cups, and the Queen of Pentacles. Very strong feminine energy here. Tell me more about the Six of Cups here for Gemini. One more shuffle here, please, Anne. Thank you. Six of Cups is clarified by Six of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, and the Eight of Cups. Bottom of the deck, Hierophant. This could have been a very religious individual. Gemini, this is someone who loved you a lot. This is not someone currently still on Earth. This person has most definitely crossed over. I hardly ever get messages like this, so if it's not your reading, just check something else. This person may have, and if it's not a feminine energy, if it's a masculine energy, it's just someone who loved you in a feminine way growing up. Like maybe they were very nurturing towards you. So take it how it resonates to you. For some of you, you lost this person right around the age of 8 years old. I'm getting that, 8, 9 years old, something like that. I don't know if this person left you anything with that Ten of Pentacles, but I feel like what you inherited from them is this divine protection. So Gemini, you're currently sitting in the Hangman energy, not sure what to do in respect to a situation, environment, a connection, a life path you want to go on, maybe a business that you want to open. This individual is giving you or gifting you this Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. You got 2 of the 4 aces, actually got 3 of the 4 aces here on the table. So in your near future, you're going to receive either an aha epiphany moment or this new job opportunity, or if you're single, this new soulmate, soul bond connection being put on your path. I feel like this person is like working overtime to get you out of the Hangman energy with that Eight of Cups. This is what this person is working on to give you. The Six of Pentacles is a card of gifts. The Six of Cups is telling me this is a soulmate, soul bond connection. Everything I have here on the table and the energy I'm feeling is that you're about to receive an offer or an opportunity that is intended to pull you out of the stuck and stagnant situation you're currently in. So if you're washing dishes or doing laundry within the next week or two, and you get this aha, oh my God, epiphany moment. Yeah, I should do that. Yeah, I could do that. That's this person. That's this person sending you messages, sending you downloads. If you wake up from sleeping and you've had some crazy dream and you're sitting there analyzing it, or, you want to maybe do an internet search, a Google search about what does that dream mean? I think there's going to be an answer there for you. There's some situation, environment, or connection that you've been stuck in where you don't know how to move forward from. The answers you need are coming, and they're being literally divinely sent to you by this ancestor, by this family member who has crossed over. So I would say to definitely take this. This will be emotionally and financially beneficial to you. That's what I have for you, Gemini. Like I said, I hardly ever get messages like that of people who've crossed over. I think I had one about a week ago in a live Zoom reading, a private reading that I was doing for someone, but in a collective reading that hardly never comes across for me. So if that's your message, just know if you're feeling stuck and stagnant, you're about to receive an offer, an opportunity, an aha epiphany moment that if you choose to take it, is being crafted and orchestrated to get you on a new life path or to move in a new direction. And that new direction will be both emotionally and financially beneficial to you. So I would definitely pay attention to your dreams and numbers and signs and synchronicities like that for the next week or two. That's what I have for you, Gemini. That's your current situation as of July 10th, 2025. If you like that message, it resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, Gemini, I am wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Cancer. I hope that you're doing well today. If you're celebrating your birthday this week, I'd like to wish you a very happy birthday. We're going to take a look at your current situation today, Cancer, as of July 10th, 2025. What does Cancer need to know about their current situation? For Cancer's Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. One more shuffle here. Thank you. We have affair. And we have, oh, romance. Look at that. Bottom of the deck, my dear, we have eccentric and enthusiasm and friendship. Look at you. Well, if you are a single Cancerian, it's quite possible that you have or will be having very soon a new soulmate, soul bond connection in your life. This may be starting off as friends and will quickly develop into a romantic affair. For others of you, if you're currently in a connection, this reading will be in respect to that current relationship that you have. So definitely a relationship reading here for Cancer. Just saw the Hierophant and the Hermit. So maybe for some of you, this is in regards to a long-term relationship or a marriage that you're in, or maybe for those of you who desire a long-term committed relationship. So this is definitely a love reading for Cancer. So if you're not interested in that and you are a Cancerian placement, just click on the timestamp there to take you to one of your other placements. So what does Cancer need to know about this romantic love affair? One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. Your first card out, we have the Emperor. Whoa. Followed by the Seven of Swords, and then the King of Cups. Bottom of the deck, we have the Star. Okay, tell me more about this. Why is the Emperor here? You are either currently with your divine counterpart, or you know your divine counterpart, or they are being sent to you. Tell me more about this here for Cancer. What does Cancer need to know about the Emperor? What does Cancer need to know about the Emperor? What do they need to know about the Emperor? Let's get one more shuffle here, please, and thank you. The Emperor is being clarified, oh my God, by the Two of Cups, the Three of Cups, and the Seven of Cups. Seven of Swords. Why is the Seven of Swords here for Cancer? Why is the Seven of Swords here? One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. Seven of Swords is clarified by King of Wands, Death, and the Four of Wands. And the King of Cups. Why is the King of Cups here for Cancer? One more shuffle here. Thank you. King of Cups, clarified by the Magician, the Six of Pentacles, and the Ten of Wands. Bottom of the deck, we've got a King of Swords. I'm going to read this a couple of different ways for you. If you are a single Cancerian, and your current situation is that you are single, but you want your love life to transform with that Death card energy, and you'd like to find someone to settle down with and kind of live happily ever after with, I would say this is your week. This is your moment in the next week or two to let your walls down a little bit, become vulnerable, and put yourself out there, whether that means crafting a new dating profile or getting out there into the 3D world, because you have a divine counterpart here that is waiting for you. So if you're a single Cancerian, this is a fantastic read for you. You're like bumping into someone while you're out running your errands, your 10 of Wands, you're doing things, maybe even like running to like pay bills. I got that for some of you. And it's almost like this person that you've been manifesting, hoping and praying to meet your soulmate, you're like bumping into them. It could start off as friends. I feel like this lights something up within you. You become, enthused over this. You like communicating with this person. This individual could be a bit eccentric. So maybe they dress differently than you, or they like different kinds of music than you do. They could also be culturally different as well, or perhaps have a different religion than you. But this is a beautiful romance here that is on path for you. So I would say that if you're desiring romance and you're a single Cancerian, do your best to become vulnerable and get yourself out there. For others of you, you're currently in a connection. It looks like it's fantastic. This is your soulmate. This is your divine counterpart. Maybe you had options and choices in the past. Maybe they had options and choices in the past, but it looks like there's a resurgence of this relationship presently happening. And if you're not experiencing it and you want it, I would claim this because it looks like it's coming in pretty soon, probably over the course of the next 4 weeks. There's transformation here in this connection. There's reconciliation. There could be some discussions that need to be had here about either some deception that took place in the past or perceived deceptions that took place in the past. But if the two of you are able to have an honest conversation and work through it, it looks like you have the possibility to have a really beautiful relationship with this person. You go from feeling in lack, both of you really feeling in lack or feeling abandoned by the other and emotionally separating, to then coming back together and having a real opportunity here in the Star card energy to bring some renewed hope and healing and reconciliation to the relationship. So If you're currently in a relationship and there's separation and you want to reconcile, I would claim this and call this in, because it looks like that is very possible over the course of the next 4 weeks. If you've been having issues with your person, arguments, disagreements, I would ask for help to come in. We've got a full moon in Capricorn on July 10th. And we have a new moon in Leo on July 24th. So I would definitely ask the universe to help free your connection of any burdens or stresses that maybe have been, I just heard strangling the connection or making it difficult. And then I would call in for the new, in that new moon Leo. I would ask for a resurgence here, a reconciliation to be brought in if that's truly what you desire. And if you are a single Cancerian, get yourself out there. This is a beautiful soulmate. This is someone who embodies the best qualities of all 4 kings or all 4 queens. Very balanced individual. So you definitely have love here on the horizon for the Cancerian collective. I love seeing that for you, especially in your season. I know a lot of you have been going through a difficult time. So there is hope and renewal here in love for the Cancerian collective, regardless of your placement. So if you're looking for love, you got it. If you're looking for reconciliation, you got it. If you're currently in a connection and you're happy and healthy, there could be talks here about making travel plans, going on vacation, or taking the connection to a higher level of commitment. So if you're looking for love, Cancer, this is an absolutely beautiful reading for you. That's what I have for you, my dear. If you like those messages, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Leo. Let's take a look at your current situation as of July 10th, 2025. What does Leo need to know about their current situation for July 10th, 2025? This is for Leo's sun, moon, rising, as well as Venus. What does Leo need to know? Okay, got a flipper already. Order. Tell me more about this here for Leo. What else do they need to know about their current situation? One more shuffle here. Thank you. Okay, you got 3 cards. We're going to take them. We have order, we have extremism, and we have bluff. Bottom of the deck, we have fortune, and we have power. Whoa. So I feel like you have an individual or individuals in your life who will attempt to be a bit extreme with you. This is something you currently could be experiencing. For others of you, this is about to happen to you very soon. I feel like you standing in your power here, it's like, and I typically don't get this with this card, with the order card, but it's almost like you're judge and jury here, like you're calling court to order type of thing. And you're like, no, I'm going to stand in my power. And I feel like you're rebelling against this individual or these individuals. And I feel like they think you're bluffing. They're not used to you saying no, or they're not used to you standing up for yourself. Whew, tell me more about this here for Leo. You're about to step into your power, and you have one person, possibly a few, who are not going to like it. Could be Scorpio, could be a Gemini. But that fortune card is Leo energy. So I feel that you will be in your power. That's also card number 5. So this is a change for you, Leo, to step into your power, to speak up for yourself. And look at in this card, this person's like trying to shove this paper in this person's face. Like, I feel like this person tries ordering you around, or they expect you to do what they say. Like, they give you orders, they expect you to follow it. And you standing in your power here, this person or people, they're going to feel like you're bluffing. They don't believe that you're actually going to do this. Tell me more about this here for Leo. One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. First card out, we have Page of Wands, followed by, oh, the Emperor. Man, are you going to stand in your power? 2 of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, you've got Knight of Cups to the King of Swords. Tell me more about the Page of Wands. I feel like, you know, this is your recent past. I feel like you've been trying to discover ways to stand up for yourself, or find out where this came from, this habit came from, of you rolling over and just, you know, taking orders from people and allowing people to like not take you seriously, and even you not taking yourself seriously. I feel like in this energy of like discovery here in the Page of Wands, I think you've been trying to figure out, why am I this way? Where did I get this, you know, habit from? And also trying to maybe even discover ways on how you can change that for yourself. And you've done a lot of growing up. Don't be offended by that. But it's like, when it comes to this, I think you're grown up in every other aspect of your life. But when it comes to this people-pleasing habit, look at you doing this like dramatic growth spurt here, going from Page to Emperor. Like, now you're able to speak up for yourself, where maybe in the past you didn't. Tell me more about this Page of Wands, please, and thank you. Page of Wands, clarified by 3 of Swords. 3 of Swords, the Empress, and the Four of Swords. So at some point here in your recent past here, you decided to find out where this wound, this Three of Swords, comes from. Does it come from childhood? Does it come from adolescence? Did it come from maybe some adult connections you had? Like, is it learned behavior? Was it instilled in you? I feel like we're really trying to do the homework here on why did I become a people pleaser? And why do people think I bluff when I try to stand up for myself? Or why do I have an inability to stand up for myself? What I love about this is that during this discovery phase, what you have done is not only find your power, and now you're able to claim your power, but you've healed this wound. That Four of Swords to the Three of Swords is huge to get back to back like that in a reading. So this tells me that you took ownership of this. You recognized, yep, this is a fault that I have, right? And we all have faults. But this is, yep, this is something I keep doing on repeat. And I know from past experience that doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different outcome is the very definition of insanity. And I've tapped into a group of you where you were like, no more. I'm going to find out why I do this, and I'm going to heal it so I don't do it anymore. Boom. Takes us right to the Emperor here. And you really put the work in on this Three of Pentacles, whether people realize it or not. You did the soul growth homework here, Leo. I'm just so, so proud of the collective. So, so proud of you. Let's take a look at the Emperor. This is your energy now in the current situation. You are feeling more rebellious, more exalted, more powerful than you've ever felt before. Tell me more about the Emperor here. One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. The Emperor is being clarified by the Two of Swords, the Four of Wands, and the Star card. Bottom of the deck, we've got Seven of Pentacles. I feel for some of you, your current situation is trying to make a decision about whether or not you want to cut some people out of your life, or whether or not it's capable of healing the connection with them, even though you're showing up differently. So in that Two of Swords energy to the Emperor, it's like, I don't just have to accept what people give me. I get to have a choice. I get to have a say here. Do I want to heal this connection with this person, or do I just want to cut them off for my own sanity, right? For my own healing. So presently, I've tapped into a group of you where you're going back and forth trying to decide. I almost feel like some of you are literally creating a list of people in your life and saying, okay, check mark, keep, scratch a line, not keeping that one. Check mark, keep this one, scratch a line over this one, not keeping that one. And maybe it sounds funny to, to someone watching, but at least one of you, that's what you're doing. And if it's not like an actual list, you're writing it down, it's a mental list. You're trying to decide who in your life now gets to stay and who doesn't. Two of Pentacles. Why is a Two of Pentacles here? Why is a Two of Pentacles here? One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. Two of Pentacles, clarified by Six of Pentacles, Five of Wands, and the Four of Cups. Bottom of the deck, Four of Pentacles. You have at least one person in your life. Some of you have more, but most of you have at least one person in your life. They are not going to like the new you, because if you're cutting them out of your life and you're like, I just can't do this anymore. I see where I've gone wrong. I see the wound within me. I see why I let you take advantage of me for so long, and I just can't do this anymore. If that's what you're doing, you're cutting off this person or these people, number one, they're going to think you're bluffing. When you actually stand in your power, there's going to be an argument. I want to prepare you for this. Five of Wands, Four of Cups. Being rejected by you is not something that this person or these people will take lightly. There's going to be some pushback. This is like a how dare you. And that's because they're used to being in power. They're used to telling you what to do. They're used to being able to come and go in and out of your life whenever they want, take what they want and leave, come back, take more and leave. So you will have people that you are rejecting, put up a bit of an argument, not believing you. And it's almost like a how dare you, but that's because they expected you to stay small. Four of Pentacles. They expected you to stay stuck and stagnant in that pattern. The old Leo doesn't exist anymore, at least not for the group I've tapped into. And that's going to be a rude awakening for the person or people that you're deciding to cut out of your life. For others of you, you're deciding to keep people in your life, but you're telling them what you expect from them moving forward. It's a very like no nonsense kind of Leo. And I think that's what you're doing here in the near future. You're doing it in a very balanced way. It's not authoritative. You're not screaming or barking out orders. You're certainly not treating this person or these people the way they treated you, but you're looking for fair and balanced connections that have equal reciprocity. And I kind of feel like that's what some of you will be communicating, either to one person, like I said, for some of you it's one person, for others of you it's several people. But when you convey that, you're going to get some pushback. These people will attempt to cross your boundaries. They feel you're bluffing. I feel like you're telling them here kind of like the new rules that are required to be in your life, and they're just ignoring what you're telling them. It's like in one ear and out the other, because you've never done this before. So this will be quite a shock. So for some of you, you're getting pushback, and for others of you, you're just going to get this person or these people repeated attempts here of trying to cross that boundary. It's going to take them a while to learn that there's a new sheriff in town. That's the feeling I'm getting here. There's a new sheriff in town. And when you're communicating this, whether you're cutting someone off or you're saying, okay, I'm going to allow you in my life, but this is what needs to change moving forward. Again, I don't feel like you're doing it in an authoritative way, because I have King of Swords to the Knight of Cups. So you're communicating this with love or with compassion. I don't think you're being rude about it. I don't think you're demanding anything from anyone, but you are expecting equal reciprocity from here on out. And those who can give you that can stay. And those who push back on it or try crossing your boundaries, I think you will eventually cut them out of your life with love. But Strength card to the Queen of Cups to the Five of Cups tells me you're going to end up releasing anyone who in the future does not respect the new you. Bravo to you, Leo. You found your power. That is what I have for you, my love, in respect to your current situation. If you like that message, it resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Virgo. I hope that you are doing well. Let me just reshuffle this deck, and then we're going to take a look at your current situation, Virgo, as of July 10th, 2025. Let me get one more shuffle here. Very nice. Let's clear away Leo's cards. Okay. Tapping into the Virgo collective now. What does Virgo need to know about their current situation as of July 10th, 2025? What does Virgo need to know about their current situation? For Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. Let's get one more shuffle here for you, Virgo. Please and thank you. First card out is Defense, followed by Organization. Bottom of the deck, we have Companionship, and we have Discrimination. Interesting. Tell me more about this here for Virgo. Defense and Organization, and what does that have to do with companionship and discrimination? For Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. That Defense card has 6 swords on it. So I feel like for many of you, you are moving out of turbulent waters, chaotic times, overthinking things in that Five of Swords energy. And now in the Six of Swords, I'm kind of getting the feeling here of like you had to defend yourself already from situations, environments, or connections that like caused upheaval or chaos in your life. So I feel like you're entering now a period of calmness. You're probably feeling more organized at this time. One more shuffle here. Thank you. We have the King of Swords, we have the Devil, and we have the Hangman. Bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Swords. I feel like because you have gone through what you've gone through in the Five of Swords, because that's what would precede this card, and now you're in calmer waters and you're feeling more organized and more level-headed, I heard. I don't know, maybe some of you are feeling more level-headed. I feel like now when it comes to companionship, relationships in your life, because you're clear-headed and you're out of the chaos and conflict of the past, now you can be more discerning about who you accept and who you don't accept into your life. Tell me more about this King of Swords energy here for Virgo for their recent past. One more shuffle here. Thank you. King of Swords is clarified by Page of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, and the Page of Swords. You learned a lot in the recent past about true happiness in partnerships, in companionships, whether they're professional, platonic, or romantic. Devil. Why is the Devil card here? One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Devil card is clarified Page of Wands. Look at all this page energy for you. Page of Wands, 2 of Wands, and the 9 of Cups. And the Hangman. Why is the Hangman here? One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. Hangman is clarified by the Moon, the 10 of Wands, and the 2 of Swords. Bottom of the deck, we've got 9 of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, and the Hangman. Okay, so in the recent past, you experienced situations, environments, or connections that maybe left you a bit cold. But at the same time, they were building a new you. In the King of Swords card, this individual is sowing. So the knowledge that you gained kind of, one, help, because of what you've gone through. Number one, you kind of had to sew yourself back together, right? Kind of, it's like Humpty Dumpty, right? Fell off the wall there. So you kind of had to put yourself back together again. Two, I feel like in that putting yourself back together again, you have sewn or created a new version of you. You learned a lot. You learned about happiness. You learned about what the Ten of Cups really means to you. I think you also learned that the Ten of Cups is yours already. It's you. It resides within you. No one can give it to you. No one can take it from you. People can add to it and they can subtract to it. But I think what you realize is your entire Ten of Cups, your entire like emotional fulfillment doesn't come from just one individual. I think in the past, some of you may have believed that, like, I won't be happy until I'm, you know, with this person or that person, or I have this kind of relationship. And I think what you realize, because of those hard lessons back there where you kind of had to sew yourself back together after heartbreak, I think what you learned is happiness is you. And people can add to it and people can take away from it, but no one is the sole provider of it for you except for you. So it was a hard lesson. In the present moment, we have the Devil being clarified by the Page of Wands, the Two of Wands, and the Nine of Cups. Presently now, you know that happiness comes from you. You're also obsessed now with wanting to get out. I'm going to take that Devil energy as a card of obsession, but I feel like it's you. Page of Wands to the Two of Wands. I'm ready now. I'm ready to go out into the world and to discover what is out there. And maybe I'll meet some people that will add to my Nine of Cups, Ten of Cups, and maybe I won't. And either way, I'll be good with it because those cups reside within me. And I'm no longer counting on one person to be the sole source of my happiness. So I do think presently you're starting to feel a bit obsessed in that Devil energy of wanting to get out there and connect with people, whether it's professionally, platonically, or romantically. In your near future, what you're not seeing, you will be meeting someone. For some of you, you've already met your new person, or just people in general, like maybe you have a new friend or new friends. And for others of you, you already have this new lover. Something's going to occur here in the near future, something you don't see coming. Moon card to the Ten of Wands here. And it's going to leave you in a bit of indecision mode. It's going to require of you to go back to what you learned. I think this came up in your reading that I did for you last week, actually. I think it did. I think it said that, I recall saying something about like there's going to be a blip soon. This is probably when it's happening, probably within the next week or two. It's going to be a little blip in the new connection for those of you where you have this new friend or this new lover. So yeah, this is going to require you to do a little investigative work, Page of Wands, to go back to what we learned here so we can address it. Yeah, something's going to repeat from the past. But this time, look at that, Hangman to the Ace of Pentacles to the Fool card. This time you get to do it differently. You get to address it differently. You get to solve it differently. You get to move forward differently with this person. Yeah, Hierophant energy, you've learned the lesson. So when the blip happens, whatever it is, don't freak out. Revert back to what you learned last time, because it's going to be very similar to something that you experienced in the past. And again, this could be with a friend. I guess it could be with a family member, but I'm feeling more like either a friend or a lover for most of you. So when this happens in the next week or two, don't freak out. Just fall back to, okay, this is very reminiscent to what happened to me back then. What did I learn from it? Okay, now I know how to address it. And I think you will be able to address it in a new way, Ace of Pentacles way. And then there's recovery here because you didn't default back to a bad pattern. So I like this for you a lot. For others of you, you're meeting a new person. It could be a platonic connection, like a new friend. And for others of you, a new lover. However, you might be a little closed off when you're meeting this person. Tell me more about that for the Virgos who are meeting this new person, this new friend. Yeah, I feel like you almost want to like go home and investigate this person. Queen of Swords to the Page of Wands. Like, I need to find out more about this person. It's too good to be true. And I think part of me is really proud of you that you're doing that, because you're not just welcoming now anyone or anything into your life. You're being a lot more discriminatory with the companionships that you have. But tell me more about the new person. One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. Four Swords, Ten of Swords, and the Knight of Swords. Bottom of the deck, Three of Wands. So this person has encountered something similar to what you did. This new person had the same type of betrayal or the same type of failed connections or the same, friend that burned them. Very similar experience. And this person has been healing from it. So when you meet this person, this new person in the next week or two, some of you are going to be like, this is like too good to be true. I feel like this person is mirroring me. They are. In some respect, they are. Because, and you're going to go home and, probably want to look them up on Facebook and Instagram and everything else. But yeah, look at that Ace of Cups. This is a new soulmate, soul bond connection here. But in conversing with this person, I think what you're going to realize is, wow, they went through a lot of the same shit that I went through. So whether it's platonic or romantic, I really like this new connection for you, Virgo. For those of you who are like looking for new friends or you're looking for love, I like this new person. I think they're going to understand where you're coming from because they've been there too. Three of Wands, they're kind of starting their life over as well, getting out there into the world and mingling and meeting new people. So it looks like the two of you are meeting one another at the same time. And for those of you currently in a connection, keep in mind that blip. I'm going to keep calling it a blip because I don't think it's catastrophic, but it has the potential to be catastrophic if you don't rely on your wisdom from the past to address it and to correct it with this person. So provided you do that, I think it's going to be a blip. It's a little bit of a test for you, but I think most of you will pass it with flying colors. So that's what I have for you, Virgo, in respect to your current situation. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Libra. Let me just get these cards here out of the way. And then we're going to take a look at your current situation, my love, as of July 10th, 2025. What does Libra need to know about their current situation as of July 10th, 2025? I'm going to shuffle that one more time there for you, Libra. For Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. What does Libra need to know about their current situation for July 10th, 2025? One more shuffle here. Thank you. Okay. First card that popped out is Decision. That is Gemini energy. So a lot of you are thinking about a choice that you have. We then have Acquisition. And bottom of the deck, we have Originality and Enthusiasm. Tell me more about this here for Libra. It's also interesting to note that on that Decision card, not only is there kind of like a doorway, so maybe for some of you, you feel like it's just that brick wall, right? Like, oh, it's just a dead end. I'm just in a dead end situation, environment, or connection. But there actually is an opening here, maybe an opening that you're not seeing, or an opening that you can get to or get through, but you need to be very strategic the way you do it, because this is like a chessboard game here. So I feel like you can, one, you will be making a decision. Two, you will be able to acquire what it is that you need in order to make that decision and then to move towards that decision, like to make it a reality. Wise decision and acquisition here for Libra. And what does that have to do with enthusiasm and originality? One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. Yeah, I think right now you think that you can't see the way out, or you can't see the way through, but you're going to come up with a very original idea on how to do that and how to be able to acquire. You're going to acquire some type of knowledge here or information that gives you this original thought of like, yes, that's my exit out, or that's my path forward. And I think you're going to be very excited in that enthusiasm card. That's Sagittarius energy. Oof, we have the Ace of Swords, followed by the Wheel of Fortune, and then the Two of Cups. Bottom of the deck, we've got the Knight of Pentacles. So for some of you, this might be a process. This can take up to a year. From the moment Ace of Swords that you finally, you make this decision or you get this idea to actually like executing it. For some of you, could take up to the next 12 months. Tell me more about this here for Libra. Decision and acquisition. And what does that have to do with enthusiasm and originality? We are clarifying the Ace of Swords. One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. The Ace of Swords is being clarified by death. Six of Pentacles, and the King of Wands. That's that Sagittarius energy. So yeah, there's something here. I believe that in the recent past, you've made the determination that you need to end something. Six of Pentacles. I need to end this situation, environment, or connection. However, you've been contemplating how to do that for a good minute here. You want to take the inspired action. That King of Wands energy, Six of Pentacles. You want to start giving to this new idea or this new path. But you've been delayed here. Why is the Wheel of Fortune here? One more shuffle, please, and thank you. The Wheel of Fortune is being clarified by the Three of Wands. So you're waiting. Strength card. It's taken you a lot of courage and strength and perseverance currently to stay in that situation, environment, or connection. But you know that when the time is right, Three of Wands to the Wheel of Fortune, when you're ready in your timing, you're going to move on from whomever or whatever this is. Yep, Queen of Cups. I think you're listening to your intuition. I also think that currently you are focusing on self-love. Tell me more about the Two of Cups here in the future. Tell me more about the Two of Cups. One more shuffle here. Thank you. I never get this message on the Two of Cups, but you're entwined with someone. That's why this isn't an easy exit. You got to untwine yourself from this. Ace of Wands, that is the truth. Ace of Wands, the Sun, and the Page of Cups. So within the next month, as we're closing out Cancerian season and entering Leo season, is when you're going to get this aha epiphany moment, because you've already figured out that you need to leave whatever or whomever this is. Now it appears you're just trying to devise a plan very strategically on how to exit out of it or how to move forward from it. If anyone has ever told you that you don't have patience, tell them that they're wrong. Tell them that Jen in New Jersey, in the United States of America, says you're wrong. You have so much patience here to deal with whatever this is, because you know it's over. You know it's over, but you're showing up in best form or the best way that you can. Smile on your face. Queen of Cups, still being loving to this job or this person or, you know, whatever this is for you. But you know that you're planning a very strategic exit. Within the next month, there's some resolution here coming. Either you get the idea on how to do it. For some of you, you've been closing this out for a while. That's why you've needed to be very incredibly patient. I feel like there's some forward progress here happening, either before or during Leo season, that's going to help you move on from this a little bit quicker. So I kind of feel like there's several of you, you're all on the same timeline, but you're at like different points. Some of you are a little further ahead, and so there'll be progress within the next month. For others of you, you're still trying to make that decision. You're going to make that decision in the next month. And for others of you, you've already made the decision, but you're trying to figure out the path forward. And that path forward is going to come to you in the next month. We have the Hierophant, we have the Two of Pentacles, and we have the Two of Wands. Look at you. And then we've got the Chariot card there. So I don't know what the Hierophant represents to you. A marriage, a partnership, a legal contract, a lease, a business partnership. Could be a job for some of you. You're moving forward from it in a very balanced way. This is not an erratic Libra whatsoever. And like I said, you're being very, very, very skilled in all of this. And you know, this does not escape me either. You're very excited in that enthusiasm card. You're very excited for the future, but you're not letting this entity know. Like, let's say this is a job. You know that your days here are numbered, but you're going to leave it when you're ready, right? When you line up the next job. So you're going to work with a smile on your face every day. But inside, you're just like screaming with enthusiasm. Like, I just cannot wait till I can find another job. That's basically what I see here. So for those of you where this is an employment situation, I see you really putting in the pentacle effort to get out there and find another job. And in that case, within the next month, it appears that you do. Libra, let me plug in that camera before it dies on you. And we're back. Yeah, I definitely see you making progress in the new direction over the course of the next month. So yeah, I guess just continue to be patient. It looks like you are exiting whatever this is in your own time, and there will be resolution to this entire situation for you over the course of the next 12 months. Again, all of you are like on different points of the timeline, but you're all headed ever so slowly in the new direction. So that's what I have for you, Libra, in respect to your current situation. If you like that message and it resonates with you and you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, my friend, I'm wishing you good luck with this strategy and plan. And as always, I'm sending you light, love, and peace. Hello, Scorpio. Let's take a look at your current situation as of July 10th, 2025. Let's get these cards out of the way. All right, what does Scorpio need to know about their current situation as of July 10th, 2025? What does Scorpio need to know? Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. One more shuffle here for you, Scorpio, please and thank you. Current situation, domination, isolation. Bottom of the deck, we have versatility and protection. We have Sagittarius energy here. We have Scorpio, Virgo energy here, as well as Aries and Gemini. Tell me more about this here for Scorpio. What do they need to know about domination, isolation, and what does that have to do with versatility and protection? One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. First card out, my dear, we have the Nine of Swords. Seven of Wands, and the Seven of Cups. Bottom of the deck, we've got Judgment to the Emperor. So it appears here that I've tapped into a group of you where you either have or you're about to make a judgment call in respect to a particular situation, environment, or connection. I kind of get the feeling here that some of you would rather be alone than to be in the wrong situation, environment, or connection. You want something that's not so domineering, that doesn't leave you feeling so restrictive. You're looking for situations, environments, or connections that allow you to be versatile, that allow you to nurture yourself. And I feel like this is, with that protection card, like this is a way for you to like protect yourself moving forward. Like I want to be in situations, environments, or connections that allow me the freedom to expand and to grow. I don't want to feel restricted and dominated anymore. And if that means I got to be alone for a while I, figure that out, then that's what I'm going to do. So I feel like for some of you, you're breaking out of, it could be a mindset even, could be a mindset, could be a pattern, but something that's been dominating you and restricting you. I feel like you're about to bust loose and enter the world of options and choices. And tell me more about the Nine of Swords here for Scorpio. One more shuffle. Thank you. Nine of Swords clarified by Knight of Swords, Queen of Swords, and the Page of Swords. So I don't know what transpired here in the past for you, where you were up in your head and you didn't know what to do in respect to a situation, environment, or connection. But it looks like some type of conversation took place here, and it kind of gave you some clarity about your path forward. Seven of Wands. Tell me why the Seven of Wands is here. Why is the Seven of Wands here? One more shuffle here, please, Anne. Thank you. Seven of Wands being clarified by Seven of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, and the Page of Wands. Look at this beautiful page energy. And the Seven of Cups. Why is the Seven of Cups here for Scorpio? One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. Seven of Cups, clarified by the World. Ace of Wands, and the Death card. Look at you in your power. I love this for you. Five of Cups here, Ace of Cups, Six of Cups. I'm going to read this a couple of different ways because I'm getting like 2 or 3 different messages for you. So just, as I always say, just claim what you want and take what fits, leave what doesn't. But in the recent past, you were faced with a situation, environment, or connection that left you really up in your head. I mean, for some of you, you probably even had some issues sleeping. Or if you were getting your full hours of sleep, whatever it is that you sleep, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hours a night, you're probably still feeling a bit tired and sluggish during the day. Because whatever this has been, it's been like it was mentally consuming for you on some level. And then it appears that a conversation took place or some words were exchanged. And in that interaction, that's what I'm going to call it, because I don't know what it was. Maybe for some of you, it could have even been a heated argument. But whatever transpired during that experience, I feel like gave you knowledge on how to move forward. Now, for some of you, you're going to stay in the situation, environment, or connection, but you're going to show up differently in it. For others of you, you've made the choice to depart from the situation, environment, or connection. Again, like I said, I'm getting a couple of different messages, so you're going to have to claim it how you want. For some of you, you've decided, okay, because of whatever has transpired here, I'm going to remain in whatever this is. However, I'm not going to restrict myself anymore. So I feel like for some of you, you were losing yourself in that situation, environment, or connection. So let's say we're talking about work. I could be speaking to a Scorpio where you're like, you know what, I really like what I do, and I like who I do it for. I may not like how they treat me sometimes. So I'm going to show up differently at work. I'm going to put up some healthy boundaries here with the Seven of Wands, and I'm going to reclaim my independence here, Nine of Pentacle energy at work, because I like what I do, and I really don't want to go out and look for another job, but I'm going to show up differently, and I'm not going to demand that everyone at work respect me, but I'm going to command respect because I'm going to show up differently. People will inherently and eventually treat me differently as well. So that seems to be the current mindset for those of you that have decided to stay in whatever this is. It could be like Seven of Pentacles energy. I've already invested a lot of time at this job or in this friendship or in this relationship. So I'm not ready to move on from it. Again, I'm enjoying it to some level, but I'm going to change the way I show up. I'm going to be a bit more independent in this relationship or at this job. And in the near future, by changing the way you show up, you're going to have a lot more options and choices now because you're freed up, because you're freeing your energy, even though you're still staying in it. But because you decided to get out of the Nine of Swords and get into the Page of Swords, and like, well, I'm going to have to learn from the ground level up how to show up differently because that was making me miserable. So I'm going to stay in it. Now suddenly you open up the energetic door to all of these new options and choices and possibilities because you're not weighed down, energetically speaking, by whatever was plaguing you. So just the mere fact of you changing up how you show up now changes the game. Suddenly now you have more opportunities. Suddenly now you feel like you're more in your power. So in that respect, for those of you who are like, you decided I've invested too much in this and I don't want to leave it, I kind of feel like the lesson here learned in that world card energy is that you were playing it too small, or you were showing up too small, or you were allowing whatever that is to like dominate you and control you in some respect. And so I feel like you're like, well, I'm going to stay in it, but I'm taking back my control. I'm reclaiming my power moving forward. So I like that because you decided I'm a fixed sign, but I'm not going to be fixed in that. I'm going to be a little bit more versatile with that versatile card. I'm going to find a happy medium between staying in this and showing up differently and respecting myself, protecting myself in this as well. So I like this for you. I really do. It's like you're saying goodbye to the old Scorpio, or at least the way you used to show up. For others of you, this situation, environment, or connection was too domineering over you. You really felt almost like you were in a stranglehold here. Like, I got to break free from this. And for those of you, you know, resonating with that message, it looks like you're currently in the process of literally breaking free from a situation, environment, or connection that you felt jailed in. I think you're reclaiming your independence and your autonomy and that Nine of Pentacles energy. And with the Page of Wands, this is like Minor Arcana card to the Fool card. You are almost like either trying to discover a way out of this. So if it's a job, you're looking for another job. If it's a relationship, you're currently finding a way to navigate your way out of that relationship. Either way, you're looking forward to a new beginning here. In that respect, you have more options and choices coming in new careers, career paths, job positions. Like if this is a work environment you're leaving, for others of you, you'll have more lovers in your future to choose from. So yeah, some of you, you just decide I'm going to show up differently, and that changes the game for you. And for others of you, you're making the judgment call to exit whatever this is, literally like break free from it. In that respect, you're reclaiming your power as well. It's just going to open up the door now for you to have more options and choices. I like this for you a lot. Either way, it looks like the Scorpio collective is upgrading themselves, kind of like a computer upgrade. Almost going to like Scorpio 2.0 here. So I like this for you a lot, Scorpio. That's what I have for you in respect to your current situation as of July 10th, 2025. If you liked any of those messages, they resonated with you, or you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Sagittarius. Let's see what your current situation is all about as of July 10th, 2025. Let me just clear Scorpio's cards here off the table. I hope you're all doing well today, Saggies. All right, let's tap into the Sagittarius collective now. What does Sagittarius need to know in respect to their current situation? I was almost going to say condition. So now some of you, you're dealing with an actual condition. But what does Sagittarius need to know about their current situation as of July 10th, 2025? Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. One more shuffle now. Thank you. We have secrets and we have status. Bottom of the deck, we've got flirtation and we have rebellion. Oh boy. We have some Scorpio energy here on the table, some Taurus energy, Aquarius, and that flirtation card is Sagittarius energy. So tell me more about this here for Sag. Why do we have secrets and status here? And how does that pertain to rebellion and flirtation for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus? One more shuffle now. Thank you. We have the Hermit. We have the Queen of Pentacles. There's your status. And then we have the Lovers. Bottom of the deck, we've got the Four of Swords to the Sun card. So you've been healing. You're in the process of healing from some situation, environment, or connection that affected you somehow, whether that's financial, emotional, psychological, whether it's in respect to your health. You've definitely been healing. Sun card is healing energy. Four of Swords is healing energy. So you're currently in a state of taking care of you in the Hermit energy here, becoming a lot wiser because of what you've gone through. To get two healing cards like that back to back tells me whatever this has been for you hasn't been easy. And just as I said that, I don't know if the camera picked it up, but there was like a big rumble outside. We're about to get a pretty significant thunderstorm now. So that was interesting, just as I said that. Yeah, you've gone through something pretty significant here. Why is the Hermit card here? One more shuffle. Thank you. The Hermit card is being clarified by the Eight of Pentacles, the Sun, more healing energy, and the Ten of Swords. Whew, no wonder. Present situation, Queen of Pentacles. Here's your status. This is you nurturing you, taking care of yourself financially, emotionally, physically, getting your strength back. I think your reading for July is getting your mojo back. So this is what you're currently doing. One more shuffle here, please and thank you. Oh my God, I just got it. That's what you're doing. You're rebelling. You're rebelling. You're reclaiming your status from that Ten of Swords. You're emerging like a butterfly out of a cocoon. We have the Three of Cups. We have the Moon. And we've got the Star. Look at this. Look at all this healing, all of this growth, spiritual growth, physical growth, financial growth, happiness. Happiness is being restored to the Sagittarius collective after something pretty monumental impacted you here. And again, that Ten of Swords is different for all of you. It could be in respect to your health, finances, relationships, ending, collapsing. There's a lot of pain there and a lot of hardship. But man, you poured in the pentacle energy to overcome that Ten of Swords. You went all in. I'm going to defeat this pain. I'm going to defeat this illness. I'm going to defeat this financial crisis. I'm going to recover. You never lost sight of the sun throughout everything that you've gone through there. Tell me why the Lovers is here. One more shuffle. Thank you. The Lovers is clarified by the Lovers. Oh my God, you cannot make it up. Look at this. I love this. Lovers, Two of Swords, Queen of Pentacles to Queen of Pentacles. Because you're taking care of yourself, probably better than you have in a long time. You now have a new soulmate, soul bond connection here. This is a love reading for Sagittarius. If you're not interested in love, just check out another placement. Ten of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune, Page of Cups. Talk about divine timing. So you've been healing from something catastrophic that happened. That Hermit energy to the Secrets card tells me you didn't tell many people. And even if people knew what you were going through, I don't think they really understood or comprehended the impact that it had on you. Again, whether it was financial, physical, emotional, psychological. Even if you shared it with others, I think you kept most of it to yourself. I think you tried to show up every day in the sun energy, happy, smile on your face. Everything is great. That's typical Sagittarius energy. But inside you were suffering. Inside your heart was breaking. Inside you knew the monumental challenge here that you had to overcome. Man, did you overcome it. Your current energy, Queen of Pentacles, Three of Cups, the Moon, and the Star. You're getting your mojo back. You're taking care of yourself. You're connecting with people again. You're finding fun. You're finding fun again. You're finding fun in life again. You're loving yourself again. And whatever tried to defeat you back here didn't win. You won. You still believe in miracles. You still believe that your wishes can be fulfilled, even if they weren't fulfilled with that situation, environment, or connection. So you never gave up hope. This is what I love about Sagittarius energy. You never gave up hope, even through your difficult storm. Ironically, it literally just started pouring outside. Okay, so even through this difficult storm that you went through, and some of you felt like you were, forget about the storm, you felt like you were underwater. And you didn't think you were ever going to come up for air. Man, did you come up for air. What a beautiful mermaid you've turned into, Saggy. In the near future, Lovers, to the Two of Swords, to the Queen of Pentacles, because you've taken care of yourself. You either have a romantic connection in your life that's about to go to the next level. For others of you, if you're single, you're about to meet a soulmate. This is a beautiful soulmate. This is love on top of love here. Some of you won't be sure if you're ready. You're going to sit in that Two of Swords moment because you don't want the past to repeat itself, and I get that. But I think as long as you move forward in that Queen of Pentacles energy of now always putting yourself first, I don't think that this connection, whether it lasts a lifetime or doesn't, I don't think you'll ever lose yourself in it again. And I think that kind of was the problem back here with whatever this was. You kind of lost yourself in it. And I feel like moving forward, you won't allow that mistake to happen again. We've got the Ten of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Page of Cups. Yeah, if you're currently in a romantic relationship, there's some new flirtiness going on. Could be some sexual passion here. I'm just going to say there's definitely wanting to take the connection to a higher level of commitment. You're discussing the future here. Where do we go from here? So maybe you had something traumatic happen in the connection, but you decided to stay in it. And through nurturing yourself and nurturing the connection and your partner doing the same, it looks like you were able to heal and mend the connection and move forward. For others of you, you exited that connection. It was heartbreaking. It's taken you a long time to repair yourself. And through that process, you now have this new soulmate here being put on path for you. I'm going to throw this out there for one Sag. You're meeting this new person just as the past person comes back. Because I have 2 Lovers card, and then it's like you're the one stuck in indecision mode there with the 2 of Swords. Some of you don't know if you want to take a gamble on someone who did that to you when you have the prospect of someone new here, someone new you're flirting with, and it's fun and it's exciting. You may not want to return to that person. Tell me more about this for the Sagittarians who will have 2 choices here. One more shuffle. Thank you. 5 of Cups, Page of Swords, Temperance. Look at you and your power. Now, please don't allow Tarot to tell you what to do. But for those of you where you're meeting a new person around the time that this past person comes back, I think you're going to tell the past person to take a walk. 5 of Cups. You've realized there's another 2 of Cups out there for you, and you're going to continue engaging and conversing with the new person. And it looks like you're saying goodbye to this past person. So for those of you where you've had that catastrophic ending, you're meeting a new person in the near future. It looks like by the time you meet this person, that other person is coming back around. Can I get timing for this, please, on Sag? One more shuffle. Thank you. We've got the Hermit. So Virgo season, in terms of timing, looks like by then you have this new person and then the possibility of the past person coming back around again. So do with all of that what you will. But in the meantime, continue to take care of you, because you're definitely getting your mojo back. And this is the best, the happiest that I've seen the Sag Collective in a long time, probably in the last, I don't know, 6 to 7 months. So that's what I have for you, Saggy. That is your current situation. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, or you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Capricorn. Let's see what your current situation is all about as of July 10th, 2025. What does Capricorn need to know? And if you hear that thunder, we've got a pretty wicked storm that just started a couple of minutes ago during the Sagittarius reading. So if you hear the thunder or the lightning, I apologize. Tell me more about Capricorn's current situation as of July 10th, 2025. What does Capricorn need to know about their current situation? Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. What does Capricorn need to know? One more shuffle here. Thank you. What do you need to know? We have Principle, that's Sagittarius energy, and Health. We've got Virgo energy there. Bottom of the deck, we have Authority and Intuition. Little Cancerian energy there mixed up. Tell me what this is all about here for Capricorn. Why are these cards here for them? Principle and Health. And then we have Intuition and Authority. What does Cappy need to know about this? One more shuffle here. Thank you. We have the 5 of Cups. We have the Ace of Pentacles. And we have the 5 of Wands. Bottom of the deck, we have the Star to the 7 of Swords. Why is the 5 of Cups here for Capricorn? This would be your recent past here. Something that disappointed you, hurt you, maybe even broke your heart. It'll be different for all of you. 5 of Cups is sort of sliding scale here for me. But there was some level here of emotional disappointment in the recent past for the Capricorn collective. Tell me more about the 5 of Cups here for Cappy. One more shuffle here. Thank you. We have the Lovers. We have the 8 of Cups. And we have the 2 of Cups. So for some of you, and I don't know, some of you appear to have returned to this person, or like you stayed with them. For others of you, you moved on. So I don't know who this 2 of Cups is. It is a soulmate, soul bond connection. It could be a friend. It could be a family member. It very well could be a love interest. It looks like something occurred here in the connection and left you a bit brokenhearted. Left you feeling like, I don't know how I'm going to move on from this, but you did. You made the choice in the recent past. Some of you decided to try to emotionally disengage ever so lightly or slightly from the connection while still staying in it. And for others of you, you decided to completely disembark from the connection, knowing in your heart that you will meet another soulmate down the line, another friend, or a friend who becomes a family member, or maybe even another lover. So kind of have like two groups of you here, Capricorn. Some of you decided to stay, but emotionally pull back and focus on other things, but stay in the connection, even though you are emotionally disappointed over what occurred. And others of you, it was the heartbreak was just too much. You decided to move on from it. Presently, you're both in the Ace of Pentacles energy, which I love for you. One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. Ace of Pentacles, clarified by Queen of Pentacles, the Devil. I can't tell you how much I love when I see Queen of Pentacles and the Devil come out for like your reading. Because presently, whether you decided to stay in whatever this partnership or connection was for you, or you decided to leave it, you decided, both of you, both groups of you decided to nurture yourselves, to reclaim your power, to invest in yourself again, to maybe take care of your health, eat better, look better. I just kind of feel like you decided to get back to basics. So I could be speaking to a Capricorn where you felt in the past like, wow, I really lost myself in this connection. And although I want to stay in it, right? I don't want to abandon it. I got to reclaim my power. I got to get my mojo back here. I need to embark on something new here, learn a new skill, start a new job. There's just something here of like, yeah, I'm going to stay in this, but I need to focus on other aspects of my life. And for some of you, you focused on your health or just deciding to, you know, feel better, look better, that type of thing. But you definitely have dropped the burdens of the past. At least presently, that's what you're in the process of doing. You're taking back your power, and whatever this is for you, I think overall, you're probably feeling a bit better, maybe even healthier. Mentally, physically, you know, it's going to emotionally, it's different for all of you, but there definitely is this releasing of the burdens and feeling better and very optimistic about the future. And for those of you where you completely, you know, disconnected from that connection, either by choice or by force, and you had to move on from it, I feel like you're doing the same thing. You're taking care of yourself better. You're making yourself a priority. You're excited about the future, and you're eager to discover new opportunities for yourself. Near future, we have the Five of Wands. I like the Five of Wands in this deck because it talks about an individual being very strategic. So in the near future, Seven of Swords, also a card of strategy. The Star card is in respect to wish fulfillment. So within the next week or two, there's something here in your life that you're going to have to be very strategic about if you want to achieve the result, the end result that you want with it. Yeah, you're going to have to use your intuition here. You're going to have to play this just right. You can't play checkers with whatever this is. You're going to have to play chess. What is this? One more shuffle here, please, Anne. Thank you. Five of Wands is being clarified by King of Pentacles, the Magician, something you've been manifesting. Magician to the Star is huge manifestation. Queen of Swords. Okay, so there's a conversation, Justice. There's a conversation in the near future. I don't know if it's with this person that you left or the person you decided to stay with, or it could be someone entirely different. It's a collective general reading. Okay, so for those of you where you, thank you for that. So for those of you where you decided to stay in this connection, but you just kind of emotionally disengaged a bit and started to refocus on yourself and other opportunities, there's a conversation coming up in the near future between you and this individual. You're going to have to be really smart about this, because I feel like your end goal is to keep this person in your life, right? That's why you decided to stay in the connection, whether they're a friend, family member, or lover. So there's a conversation coming up about equality and what is fair and what is balanced in the connection. Tell me a little bit more about this for the Capricorns. I almost said Aquarius. Maybe some of you are dealing with an Aquarius. Tell me, okay, Six of Swords fell out of the deck. So this is for those of you where you decided to stay in the connection, but also focus more on yourself. Six of Swords, one more shuffle here. Thank you. Six of Swords, Knight of Pentacles. Wow. Ace of Pentacles, bottom of the deck, Ace of Swords. This is huge. So for those of you where you decided to stay in the connection, but you're focusing on something else or focusing on yourself, there's a conversation coming up probably within the next 2 weeks about the forward movement of this connection. And I think what you want with this connection is a future. You want this friend to be in your life for the duration. You don't want to lose this family member. You certainly don't want to lose this lover. So the feeling here is this conversation is going to be about how do we move forward together? How do we plant a new seed? Or how do we build or rebuild this connection between us? There's definitely something here about creating a plan for the future. How do the two of us move forward together? Okay. You want to be very strategic in what you say during this conversation, because remember, your end goal is to have a future with this person, or to have a future that includes this person. So that Five of Wands to the Seven of Swords tells me you're going to have to be very strategic and very realistic about this plan. And for some of you, that plan is going to take place like over the course of up to the next 12 months. Doesn't mean it's going to take the whole 12 months. For some of you, it'll be 2 months, and for others of you, it could be 12. But it's almost like we need to lay out a 1-year plan about how we're moving forward. Now, for those of you where that connection has ended and you're of the belief that I'm just going to take care of me now and focus on my health and focus on my happiness, in the near future, it looks like you are meeting an individual. This is a new soulmate being put on your path. There's a conversation here that will take place between you and this new person in your life. Yep, King of Swords to the Queen of Swords. Tell me more about this conversation. This person is the type of person you've been manifesting. You've been hoping and praying to have a friend like this, or a friend who becomes a family member like this, or a lover who is like this. Tell me more about this conversation between Capricorn and the new person. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Six of Swords, Knight of Pentacles. I can't believe the same cards. Okay, not the same cards. Chariot and the Eight of Wands. Bottom of the deck, Five of Swords. So you're having a conversation with this new person about where you are in your life now, where they are in their life now. Do they want a serious relationship, or are they just looking for fun? Are you looking for a serious relationship? Are they just looking for fun? It's almost like the two of you are trying to figure out, hey, are we just friends that we get together once in a while and we have a drink, or are you really looking for, a deep spiritual friendship here, is the feeling. And for others of you where this is a love interest, there's light flirty communication, but mixed in with that is just a couple of doses here of some seriousness of, are you really just looking to like hook up? Or are you looking for a forever partner? Because I feel like I've tapped into a group of you where you want a forever partner or a friend who stays in your life forever. I think you're tired of connections that leave you feeling depleted or take from you. So whether you're creating, like a new friend group, or you're hoping to connect with friends that actually become like part of the fabric of your life and kind of become like family for you in the future, or if it's a lover, I just see like when you're meeting this person, for some of you, it could be actually 3 people that you're meeting here within the next week or 2. There seems to be conversations here taking place. It's lighthearted. It's fun, regardless of who this person or these people are. But there seems to be there's a little trading of war stories of what you've gone through and they've gone through. But then there's also discussions mixed in with the fun and the laughter about what are you looking for in a friend, or what are you looking for in a lover or in a romantic relationship. And again, you're going to have to remember, what are you looking out of this connection, right? This friendship or this loveship, and be honest and with this individual when you're having this conversation. Don't be deceptive. Don't tell this person you're looking for long-term commitment if you're not, or the opposite. So that's what I have for you, Capricorn. Damn it, I was almost going to say Aquarius again. That is what I have for you, Capricorn. So that is your current situation, my dear. Some of you have decided to stay in this connection, focus on yourself. And in that respect, there is a pretty significant conversation about the future of this relationship within the next 2 weeks. Remember to stay focused on what your end goal here is with this person so you can communicate effectively during that conversation. And for others of you where you left that person behind, friend, family member, lover, you have at least one new soulmate now on your path that you'll be meeting in the next week or 2. For some of you, it could be up to 3 people. And there's a need here for you that while you're getting to know them and you're exchanging war stories of the past and everything that you've gone through, there's also, like I said, a little bit of heaviness or seriousness to those conversations about what are you looking for in a friend, or what are you looking for in a lover. And it's important that you know ahead of time what exactly it is that you're looking for, so you'll be able to convey that to that person or those people effectively. That is what I have for you, Capricorn. That's your current situation as of July 10th, 2025. If you liked any of those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Aquarius. Let's take a look at your current situation as of July 10th, 2025. What does Aquarius need to know about their current situation? For Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. That rain is really coming down heavy outside, so if you can hear it, I apologize. One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. Your current situation, my dear. Ego. Publicity. Both of these cards are cards number 5. there's a significant change about to happen in your life. Bottom of the deck, resistance and loss. And someone is going to resist this change that you're making. That's card 12 and card 2, which 1 plus 2 is 3, and 3 plus 2 is 5. So we technically have 5, 5, 5 here on the table. Okay. Tell me more about this for Aquarius. I feel like you are leaving a situation, environment, or connection over the course of the next couple of weeks. I think you're going to voice it, like publicity. I think you're going to give voice to this decision. And whoever this individual is that you're leaving, whether it's a boss, a friend, a family member, I don't know, your landlord, I feel like they're not accepting defeat well here. They're not accepting the loss well. And they're going to be very much in their ego. And they're going to resist this change. I have both cards here are Leo. And then I have Pisces as well as Taurus. So we got some fixed energy here. This individual is not accepting, your resignation, or, if you're asking for a divorce or whatever this is. Very, very stubborn energy here. One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. It's almost like, how dare you leave me, or how dare you give me your notice. Page of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, bottom of the deck, Three of Pentacles, Death. I think you've sat on this for a long time. I don't know what this is for you. Some of you were in this for anywhere from this is all pentacle energy here. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, anywhere from 1 to 7 years. And again, I don't know if this is a job, a living situation, a relationship, somewhere between 1 and 7 years. And you're calling it over. Page of Pentacles. Why is the Page of Pentacles here for Aquarius? Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck. You're moving towards the new. You're being inspired and almost called from within to move towards the new. Something here is lighting your soul on fire. Tell me about this Page of Pentacles. One more shuffle here. Thank you. In your recent past, Page of Pentacles to the Star. Some wish of yours was granted. The Star, Death, and the Ace of Swords. That is the truth. So King of Pentacles here at the bottom of this deck. So in the recent past, you received some aha epiphany moment, or an offer opportunity, or you met an individual, for those of you where this is a love connection, but you met someone, or some opportunity was granted to you, or like I said, you've had the aha epiphany moment that you no longer want to stay at the situation, environment, connection that you were presently in. I think most of you are still in it. You're about to give your notice, so to speak. But your wish fulfillment came to you, and you made the decision internally to you in the recent past that you now need to depart from whomever or whatever this is in order to pursue this goal. So, maybe you've been at a crappy job for somewhere between 1 to 7 years, and you put out your applications and resumes. You have a new job offer recently was offered to you, and this is you now contemplating whether or not you want to leave the current job. And I do believe with that 2 death cards on the table from 2 different decks, in the near future, you're giving your notice to the job. For some of you, you're leaving a relationship that you were in for quite some time. I don't know if you met someone new. Some of you may have met someone new here. Maybe you were pursuing 2 loves or 2 relationships at the same time, but you received your aha epiphany moment in the recent past that you're moving towards the new. And now you know you need to end the current connection. Oof. Okay, tell me more about this here. And look, if this is a living situation, same thing. You found the, residence of your dreams here, and you decided, yep, I don't want to live in this townhouse or condo or community anymore. In that respect, you're either going to list your house up for sale soon. Chariot to the 5 of Wands. This, I feel like, is all going down, so to speak, before Cancerian season ends. So within the next couple of weeks. Wow. Okay. Yeah, you're either you're giving your landlord the notice because you're moving into the new apartment, or like I said, if you have a house, you're listing your house for sale. Tell me why the King of Pentacles is here for Aquarius, for their current energy, current situation. Bottom of the deck, Wheel of Fortune. You feel it's time. You feel like you've waited long enough, and now that you have this new opportunity, you're not going to let it pass you by. Tell me more about this here. One more shuffle. Thank you. King of Pentacles, clarified by 2 of Swords, the Fool, the Chariot. Once I was blind, but now I see. That's what I just heard. There was a point in time when you didn't know if you wanted to move towards the new. You now know currently you're moving towards the new. And you are so excited about the new that I have no cards here indicating regret. But with that judgment card there at the bottom, or the moon card there at the bottom of the deck, it's almost giving me the feeling like I should have done this sooner. I think that's the feeling. I don't want to waste any more time because I should have made that move sooner. Yeah, Moon, Nine of Swords, Seven of Wands, King of Swords. You know this. You know that you stayed trapped in this longer than you should have. Two of Pentacles. Why is it Two of Pentacles here? I think you're departing from whatever this is with grace, with class. Very balanced approach here. Like, I don't think you're quitting on the spot. If this is a job, I don't think your partner's going to come home from work, right? If this is a relationship and find that you emptied out the house or the apartment and you've just absconded, you're gone. No, I think you're going to do this very balanced. Very classy. I just heard very classy. Tell me about the Two of Pentacles here. One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. I don't think the person that you're leaving is very classy. Eight of Pentacles, Page of Swords, Three of Swords. Oh, boy. So, bottom of the deck, King of Wands, Page of Cups, Nine of Swords, i.e. So, when you communicate to this individual that you've made the decision to move in a different direction, from a place of pain, and I want you to understand that ahead of time, this person is going to act out or say something terrible to you. This person was not expecting you to leave the job, cancel the apartment lease, you know what I mean? And this connection, they just weren't expecting you to do that. Tell me more about this person's reaction. I think you kind of know that. That's why maybe you've been a little resistant to actually ending this. But this new opportunity, it's too good. It's wish fulfillment. Tell me more about this person's reaction here. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Ten of Wands, Four of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, bottom of the deck, Ten of Pentacles. This person might ask you to stay. This person doesn't want to see you pack your bags and leave home. Some of you live with this person, or this job was like your home because you've been at it for a long time. This person doesn't want to see you pack your stuff and leave. You could have a family with this person, or like I said, you were at this job a long time. You might have resources connected with this individual. Nine of Swords, Eight of Wands. Yeah, as you move towards wish fulfillment, Nine of Cups, this person is in the Nine of Swords. Tell me more about this person's reaction. I feel like the crying lasts for a very small period of time, and then this person's ego is going to get triggered. So I think at first there's some begging and pleading. This person's going to want an explanation from you. Thought you were happy at this job. I thought you were happy with us. Okay, so be prepared to give an explanation here. But then I feel like it gets volatile. The more you resist is the feeling that I have here. So just be prepared. I don't want to make you nervous that you don't make this decision. I want you to move towards wish fulfillment. I want everyone to move towards wish fulfillment, myself included. And look, I had to do this. So if this is like a marriage or a long-term relationship, I get it. You know, it's taken you a long time to muster up 15 seconds of insane courage. And you're not sure how the other person will react. Mine was okay with it, then got a bit angry for a couple of months, and then settled down. And today, fast forward 5 years, we have a fantastic friendship. In fact, my new person, just had surgery and couldn't help me bring the washing machine that I just had delivered to the second floor. And who showed up? Tony, my ex-husband. I was on the phone. I asked him and he was like, yep, I could be there. So when it got delivered last week, he came and we moved it up to the second floor. So you can find a happy medium here, but I wasn't expecting him to take it well and then turn angry. But that's how it played out for me. So just be mindful that this person is going to resist this ending. They're going to resist it. And once their ego kicks in, especially if they know that you have someone else, or this job finds out that you already accepted another job offer, like whoever you're leaving here, their ego is going to take a hit. So first there's the shock and awe. There's the heartbreak. There's resisting. Please don't go. We'll give you a raise. We'll give you a promotion. If it's a relationship, it's, hey, let's go to therapy. But once you say, no, I already accepted that offer, or I've already got a new place to live, or like I'm moving on, that's when the ego is going to kick in here. What does Aquarius need to be prepared for? One more shuffle. Thank you. Queen of Swords, Six of Wands, Nine of Pentacles, World. In the long run, this person's going to be okay with it. I hate to tell you this. This person didn't want to be in this. as much as their ego is going to take a hit here, it's more or less, you're leaving me because I was going to leave you. Oh, you're quitting the job? We were going to downsize and eliminate your position. Just expect that blowback. Six of Wands is ego. Here, this is Leo energy here. And I'm reading it with that Queen of Swords to the Nine of Pentacles. It's almost like, it's a very catty energy. Oh, you're leaving me? I was going to leave you. Oh, you found someone else? Oh, I found someone else too. Oh, you found another job? Yeah, we were going to hire someone else for your position. It's just ego talking. This person's going to tell you that they wanted to be free and clear and independent anyway. You know, this is the landlord that's going to say to you, oh, I was going to increase your rent anyway, or I was going to, you know, not renew your lease. Just be mindful of that. There's a little ego here at play, but you, my love, are making your way towards your manifestation, whatever this was, the dream job, the dream living situation, the dream relationship. So not too bad of pushback here from this person. Just, it can get a little catty, like, you know, you weren't the only one unhappy here, or something like that is going to be said to you, or I was going to leave anyway, or you did me a favor. It's just some cattiness. But yeah, that's what I have for you, Aquarius. Looks like you're gearing up to move on from a situation, environment, or connection, because you, my love, have been blessed with the opportunity to move towards wish fulfillment. So good for you. Continue to be balanced as you make this pretty monumental life change here with the 3 5s on the table. But yeah, you're headed towards better days. And yeah, just be prepared for a little pushback from this person, begging. That's going to be tough. I was there. That's going to be a little tough to swallow. But again, as long as you're standing your ground, standing in your truth, everything will work out just fine. That's what I have for you, Aquarius, in respect to your current situation as of July 10th, 2025. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. But until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Pisces. Let's take a look at your current situation as of July 10th, 2025. I still have that horrible storm outside rolling by, so if it gets a little too loud, I do apologize. Tell me more about Pisces' current situation. What does Pisces need to know about their current situation? For Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Current situation, innovation. Love that. That's Aquarius energy. Eccentric, a little bit more Aquarius energy. Bottom of the deck, empathy and lust. Got some Virgo here, and empathy is Pisces. So tell me more about this here. I'm sorry, that's not Virgo. That's Aries. So tell me more about this here for Pisces. Innovation, eccentric, empathy, and lust. Bottom of the deck, the Emperor. Your readings are getting better and better. I'm really liking this new timeline. Let me tell you, energetically, being that you're typically the last sign that I read for, it's nice to end on a good note. Oh, and I grabbed the wrong deck. I'm so excited to get into your reading. All right, tell me more about this here for Pisces. Sorry about that, Pisces. It's nice. Your readings were heavy. You know it. You lived through it. This is nice. Innovation, something new, something creative, lust, happiness. I think through everything you went through, the one message that's coming through is you didn't lose your sense of empathy. You still care for other people. You didn't shut that off because of the shit you went through, you know? Tell me more about this here for Pisces. One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. Yeah, it's like you were able to innovate, like rebuild yourself, right? Kind of like Pisces 2.0. Maybe you're a bit more eccentric now. You're busting out of your shell. You're lusting for new things in your life, new experiences. Could also be an increase in sexual activity or desire, but you didn't lose your sense of empathy through everything that you went through. Bravo to you. Knight of Wands in your recent past. Current situation, the Tower. Talk about innovation. Blowing up the old Pisces. Knight of Swords in your near future. Bottom of the deck, 10 of Swords, 9 of Wands, Queen of Wands. I will not be defeated. Knight of Wands. Why is the Knight of Wands here in the recent past? Look at you. Like you literally came through fire, like forged through fire. You took something. I just realized this. I never get this message on the Knight of Wands, right? We all know what the Knight of Wands actually stands for, but you went through a burning ring of fire, right? Johnny Cash here. And what was intended to like burn you down, you literally turned it into you turned it into a show. You turned it into a prize. You turned it into something that you overcame. It's like a badge of honor. You're like, look at me. I went through the ring of fire and I didn't get burned. One more shuffle here, please, Anne. Thank you. What's the card that fell out here? Nine of Pentacles. You became free, independent, and autonomous of a pattern, a mindset, old trauma, situation, environment, or connection that was no longer serving you. 10 of Cups. Chariot. I don't even want to read for you anymore. Bottom of the deck, 4 of Wands, 3 of Wands, 7 of Swords, the Emperor. Don't sabotage the happiness, my love. We'll get to that in a second. You realized that you can be alone and not lonely. I think for a lot of you, you stayed in situations, environments, or connections because you were afraid of getting out of your comfort zone. And it was like, well, I'm, kind of codependent on this person. Better to have a shitty friend than no friend, right? Better to have a shitty lover than no lover. But I think what you realized is, I do want to be free and autonomous of that crappy relationship. And another thing that you realized was your 10 of Cups is you. People can add to it and people can certainly detract and subtract from it. But one person is not your entire 10 of Cups. I think that's what you learned through leaving that situation, environment, or connection, or maybe even multiple connections for some of you. I think you realize you can't put all of your happiness eggs, so to speak, in one person's basket. Once you realize that the happiness resides within you, you were on the move. Fast forward, Chariot. You were like, time to leave that behind. The Tower. Why is the Tower here in your current situation? One more shuffle here. Thank you. Tower is being clarified by 5 of Pentacles, 5 of Cups, 2 of Swords. Okay. Second timeline just kind of hijacked us. It's okay. I'm going to get back to you in a second. For those of you where you're about to have this monumental life change, I think I said in your reading last week, let go or be dragged. You're about to be dragged. I hate to say I told you so, but I would prepare in the next 2 weeks for this situation, environment, or connection to radically end, and not to your benefit. I would start preparing for those of you on that old timeline. Someone here is making a decision that you can't see. 5 of Wands, 6 of Wands, Ace of Wands, the Devil. Something is moving towards something else. Whew. Okay, for those of you, let's get back to the other timeline. Yeah, so for some of you, you're experiencing the ending, or you kind of feel the rumble. Like when there's, like I have a storm outside, you can hear that thunder far off in the distance. You know the storm is approaching. For some of you, you're in the middle of this. And for others of you, you can hear the thunder. You know that the storm is approaching. You're right. You're right. It is. You just don't see it coming. Let's get back to the other timeline now. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The other timeline, 2 of Pentacles, 7 of Swords. 2 cards came out here. 3 of Wands and the High Priestess. As you move forward, because now you're free and independent and autonomous, and you're either in another connection and I don't know, maybe this was a friend you left behind. You're going to have to take it how it resonates to you. It could be a shitty career that you decided to free yourself from. So whatever it was, situation, environment, connection, professional, platonic, or romantic, you're currently moving forward, moving on from it. Your intuition is now at an all-time high. I like that you maintained empathy for others, but some of you are still holding on to what happened back there. So be careful that as you move forward, you stay as balanced as you can, because things are going to happen. You're going to have some tower moments in life. And I don't want you to default to that. Like accuse the new situation, environment, connection of what, like the past situation, environment, or connection. That there's a way to handle tower moments without immediately feeling like someone's pulling the rug out from under you or the roof is collapsing above you, okay? So you might encounter a tower moment. I feel like it's a blip. Don't allow it to rock your whole world. Stay grounded here. Stay focused. You've made a lot of progress here. Don't automatically, because it might be a trigger for some of you. I think I said this in your reading a week or two ago. There's a little cleanup needed on aisle 5. I'm pretty sure that I said that. Continue to work on those wounds because you have a tower moment here coming. Yep, that's the truth. Devil to the 4 of Wands. It's going to be small. For those of you on the new timeline, it's going to be small. Your reaction can make it a lot worse, because that devil energy, that would be like you potentially ruining this new relationship or situation that you have going on. So you could be re-triggered and act out from a place of pain that is more than what this, tower moment calls for, but that's because it's triggering an old wound. So just be mindful of that. Now that you've seen this reading, if you got a little blip in the next week or two with this person, whether it's at work or it's a friend or a new lover or something like that, just stay steady and balanced. Two of Pentacles. Let's not automatically accuse. Let's not automatically, react from a place of trauma. You're a whole new you now. We're moving forward from that bullshit, okay? So let's kind of show up a little differently. Be a little bit more fair and balanced. I'm not telling you to bury your head in the sand or ignore the red flag or not address the issue, but address it from a place of maturity, because that's what you are. You've come a long way. You've completely revamped yourself. So let's not, default to that. I think you're going to handle it just fine. Knight of Swords. Near future, why is the Knight of Swords here? Why is the Knight of Swords here for Pisces in the near future? Communication, information, some exchange here is going to take place. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Eight of Pentacles. Judgment. Tower. See? Okay. All right. Let me go back to the old timeline. Old timeline. There's a conversation coming. Someone's making the judgment call here to end a situation, environment, or connection with you. Strength. This person's going to gather the 15 seconds of insane courage to end this connection. Page of Cups. One more shuffle here about this tower, please and thank you. King of Pentacles, bottom of the deck, the Hermit, the World. So someone's been contemplating this ending for a while. I feel like this is I'm sorry, we have to let you go. Like if this is at work, whether this is like budget cuts or they're eliminating your position. It was a toxic job environment. I've kind of been telling you to look for another job. So it looks like that's happening. It's I'm sorry, but we have to let you go. For others of you, it's I'm sorry, I love you, but I can't do this anymore. Whether it's a friendship or it's a relationship. And this person's been sitting on this for a while. This isn't like you're fighting with this person at 2 in the morning and they're like, I want to end this. And they, slam the door and walk out. This person's been thinking about this ending, Hermit to the World card, for a long time. For some of you, since last Virgo season. So they've been sitting on this for a while about whether or not to end this, how to end this, when to end this. But it looks like they're going to stand in their power and they're going to end this with that Death card. So that's a let go or be dragged, because now the ending is happening, but it's not of your choosing. It's not of your doing. So you're not prepared for it. Well, I guess you kind of are because you've seen this reading, but you could have been more prepared, had you started looking for the job earlier or a new place to live or something like that. Now, for those of you on the new timeline, we got 2 towers here. So there's a conversation, something taking place. You're going to have to remain very grounded, 8 of Pentacles energy, and make the judgment call to address this from a healed place within you, not a, not a wounded place. Bottom of the deck, 7 of Cups. That's Neptune and Pisces. So don't bury your head in the sand and be like, oh, I'm not going to address this at all. Last time we did that, we got screwed, remember? I say we because I was reading those messages for you. So we're not going to bury our head in the sand. This is not time for Neptune and Pisces. It's not Disneyland. We got to live in reality. We have to confront it, but we have to do it in a grounded way. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Knight of Swords to Knight of Swords. Queen of Wands to the 9 of Cups. Ace of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Remember what your objective here is. It's to keep the job. It's to keep the friend. It's to keep this new lover. This person encompasses your 9 of Cups. They don't make up all of your 9 of Cups, but they're part of your 9 of Cups. So when you're communicating, don't get aggressive and angry. Instead, look at it as this is what the Queen or King of Wands would do. This isn't a you versus me problem. It's a us versus the problem. That's kind of the way you have to come at this. So whatever's communication here is transpiring, you can make 2 judgment calls here. It can trigger something from the past. You could act out from pain. You could be extremely aggressive and potentially damage or maybe even end this connection or situation. Or you can come from a more authoritative place of, hey, this is you and me against this person, this disagreement, this issue at work. Let's work on this together. This isn't a you versus me problem. This is a us versus the problem. I think if you take that route, then you have success here. Look at that. Ace of Swords, the Magician, and the Six of Cups, Four Swords. Then you're responding from a healed place within you. You're being very rational, you're being very grounded, and you're making this person feel like they're not the enemy, you're not the enemy. This is just a problem. Problems happen. Let's come together with great empathy, because you didn't lose that. And let's just find a happy medium here. Because at the end of the day, this is the job you always wanted, or this is, you know what I mean, the living situation you wanted, or the friend or the lover. So don't lose sight of that. And as long as you come from that place of truth where you are going to address it, but you're doing it in a grounded way, you're going to have success here. So I love it. That is what I have for you, Pisces. That is your current situation, and a little sneak peek now into the next 2 weeks for you. I'm sure I'll be accused of favoritism, but whatever. That's what I have for you, Pisces. If you like these messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace. Well, there you have it, everyone. Your current situation for all signs and the placements of Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. I hope that the messages today were helpful. I'll do this reading for you weekly from now on, so I hope it's something that you enjoy and that helps you and me, all of us, right, on our journey. So until I read for all of you again, good luck with all of this. And as always, I'm sending you light, love, and peace.